Okay, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's on Prime. It's not on yet. You figure he would be saying something because you can't hear it.
You could put on
closed captions on. Yeah.
It takes place in a city. Yeah.
At night.
Rocky looks so worn out after retirement.
So yeah, obviously, yeah, we have a city full of crime and violence.
Where's Batman?
Sylvester Stallone is like a retired vigilante called the Samaritan. Apparently, at one time, he was the world's greatest hero, but he vanished like 15 years ago or 25 years ago or something like that. And this little kid has found him and is trying to coax him back out of retirement. Yeah, you can see like bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, it's the Dark Knight Returns. And look, it's a skull on the back too. Like, yeah, is that like a Punisher reference?
Oh,
It was probably his symbol.
These kids are like raffle stomping him. Look at that shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, look at that. These are supposed to be kids, and he's like, look at the impact when they hit stuff.
We've all watched
right there.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's you're looking at broken discs, probably ruptured kidneys, broken tailbone, maybe.
He got better.
But these guys seem like they're okay, sort of. So yeah, he saves the kid. Apparently he walks with a hoodie on almost all the time. Ding! Vigilante strikes again. Media dubs him Samaritan. They say he died 25 years ago. Check out that back.
I think I saw this in Rear Window.
Yeah, obviously that was probably inflicted on him by the woke. That costume doesn't look that cool because he kind of looks like something ladies use to pleasure themselves.
He looks like a metal version of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
If you noticed, the emblem on his chest was on that trash can or on that dumpster.
The symbol looks cool, but I don't know about this armor. I mean, like...
Well, you got to think it's armor from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not going to be modern-looking superhero stuff. It's going to be quarter century old.
Okay.
Look. Iron Man had roller skates at one point. I don't think you can complain.
I remember that. Okay.
And everything was transistor powered.
I'm going to speak from personal experience. Okay. I have fought in, SCA combat wearing armor, and the helmet I used was a Barbute, which has a similar opening to this, except that it's all open through here. And that shit is hard to breathe out of, because you would be surprised at how much, that narrow opening will limit your breathing. So this guy with a fully facially enclosed helmet, he's going to be gasping for air.
He's a superhero.
Yeah, but
Maybe he just doesn't need it.
I ain't got time to breathe.
Ain't got time to breathe. That guy has way too much beard, and it's not attractive. Like, is he wearing eyeshadow or what?
Might just be shadows from the glasses and hat.
Maybe, but it kind of
Or
looks
he could
like
be having eyeshadow. Let the man.
Yeah, he legitimately looks
eyeliner.
like they cut up. It legitimately looks like they cut up a bath mat and put it on his face.
Maybe it's the villain hiding behind a fake beard.
Well, I was going to say, it kind of looks a little bit like a girl wearing a beard. And I don't know. And yeah, here he is because, he's got to pound out metal in all of his stuff because that looks awesome. I mean, he learned that from the Rambo films. Yeah, okay, we've got the...
Conspiracy board.
Yeah, this is not even a conspiracy board, it's a conspiracy wall.
I like to imagine this was the kid's room and he just did this while mom was at work one day.
Yeah, yeah. Totally went nuts. And so apparently he's got a magic sledgehammer that he hits people with.
So they just basically made a sequel to Steel with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, but way cooler.
I'd watch it.
You take
By
that
the
back.
Polsto.
Well, okay, I mean, look, he just got hit right in the stomach with a sledgehammer, and then he got knocked that far away. I guarantee you that guy's dead from ruptured internal organs.
Unless he's hitting a supervillain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unless he's hitting somebody who's equally superpowered. Thoth, come on, back me up. You've seen what injuries do to people.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, it's a movie, but in any kind of combat situation where you have blunt force trauma, it causes internal bleeding, shattered ribs, broken bones. And I'm telling you that from a guy who wears body armor, including ceramic body armor. And I've been hit hard while wearing that kind of armor. And let me tell you, there's bruising and cracked ribs. And that's not from something that's being hit by like a big sledgehammer. If you're hit by a sledgehammer, you're dead.
Yeah. Especially if you're hit with a sledgehammer with that much force to knock you several feet.
Yes.
with a jewel in it.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Maybe he
It's
like
an
super.
Infinity Stone. Ooh.
Yeah.
Collapsed
Oh.
lungs, ribs that break off into your body, internal
Oh.
bleeding. Like, wow.
Apparently, that was his old helmet, and boy, did that take a. You know, something that's kind of telling too. You see all this green in on it. That tells me that the helmet's probably made out of some kind of bronze copper composite.
Yeah.
Because that greening doesn't happen on like steel. Steel
Nope.
just rusts.
I'm curious if that symbol in the back isn't an old logo of his.
It is
I
a
don't
bit
know.
steel.
Yeah, it is a bit steel. With the sledgehammer is what really makes it steel. Okay, this is kind of telling. You notice all these cars are like their paint jobs are all messed up and stuff like that. It's kind of like, okay, so these are obviously going to be junked, trashed, or blown up during the filming. I want him dead. Oh, okay.
So it seems like for this, the script was written, and then they adapted the script into a comic, and then made the film.
Oh, so it's like 28 days later, or
Yes.
30,
So
30
they
days
found
a
a
night.
way to monetize the storyboarding process.
Yeah, basically.
Well, the movie 30 Days of Night originally started as a comic, but the
Mhm.
thing was they couldn't get it made as a movie, so they went and made it a comic. That then sold well, and then they were able to, by proxy, turn around and do that. So it was one of these failed movies that got turned into a comic book.
It was a good comic book too.
That isn't
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone. That's a body double.
That guy's dead.
God
Well,
dang.
yeah, I mean, he obviously has superpowers.
Yeah, well, that guy's dead. There's just, I mean, did you see the velocity at which he was flying before he hits this car?
That's so unrealistic.
I love it.
Unless-
He became a
unless
projectile.
Yeah.
Nah,
What
he'll
was
be
that?
fine. Don't you remember Captain America? If you die, just walk it off.
Yeah,
So this is basically Steel and Dark Knight Returns.
but it's a white guy.
There's worse things to be influenced
Well,
by.
and Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a comic book movie. It's a fantasy world. What can you expect?
Yeah.
They're really taking it to the next level, right? It's not going to be a realistic cartoon kind of.
Well, the worst part about this is it is described as a dark new take on superhero movies, which we don't need any more of.
I
how
like
many dark new takes have we
I'm
had?
tired of deconstruction of an entire genre. Start building back up.
Don't
It
you
would
mean building
legitimately-
back better?
I was just about to say that.
You know what?
It
At this
would-
point, I would take that.
I
It
don't
would
know. I
actually
love.
be a bold take for them to go and try to make a noble, bright hero film instead of the grim dark.
Like a
Yes.
hopeful Superman movie for the first time since
the
1978.
I still love the boys, and I wish they'd do a martial law film.
I wish they'd actually do a true boys TV show too.
yes, comic
But if they
accurate
did
one.
something like I don't know, All Star Superman or something, that would be good.
Okay, so he's driving a garbage truck. I guess that's his regular job, is garbage man. Although I tell you what, in a zombie apocalypse, this would actually probably be my vehicle of choice, just because look at it, it's all steel construction and everything. Once you take out all the stuff that crushes things on the inside, you know, it actually might make a nice house.
Unless you use it as a roving zombie trap.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that would work too.
Sylvester Stallone, how old is he?
Almost 70?
Oh. I thought he was in his.
76 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I thought he was getting close to his 80s. So.
He was
Gosh,
born-
how long is he going to keep doing this?
Until he
Also keep
dies.
paying him.
He's what, born right after World War II, wasn't it? Like 46 or 7?
1946.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, he just pulled a car over onto its side from the top. You normally couldn't do that unless it had a roll cage in it.
Superman could do it.
No, he couldn't, Kieran
Yes,
Gay,
he
because
could.
the laws of physics
Yes, he-
say that you can't do
Oh
that.
no, you do not get to use the laws of physics argument when we're talking fucking superheroes.
This superhero is nearly 100 years old.
You are
You
willing
will
to accept him
believe
picking a dude
A man
down
can
an alley
fly.
and into a car, but you're not willing to
Comic-
believe that.
Comic book super strength is like half telekinesis to account
Yeah,
for all the
it's-
weird stuff.
Tactile
True.
telekinesis.
It has to be because yeah, otherwise he couldn't do that. I mean, come on, Thoth, you know that's true, right? He couldn't do
That's
that. He'd
true.
rip the top off.
He would, yeah. If we in a real world, yeah, the physics of the situation is is not going to work out well. But this is comic books. This is a guy who can fly at near light speeds and go into space, and
He was running through walls without slowing down.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Well, and
So
then
he's
the Flash can
Juggernaut,
go through
right?
walls, can phase through walls.
He
And
should have
Green-
kicked the grenade into the man's mouth and then blow up. That would be funny.
He had to get
I
the
think the
the mask
Flash's
would be
greatest
silly.
superpower is not having his film cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, poor Ezra. I feel bad for him.
I don't.
So,
One
do you
time.
think this film will be a Rings of Power or a Jack Reacher?
I think it'll be somewhere in the middle.